Hello there, and welcome back to the show. Obi-Wan. Lord. Oh, Lord. Disney, LucasFilm, what have you done?
It's been 10 years. I'm not who I used to be.
Tell me where the Jedi is, or this man and his family die!
Obi-Wan.
We'll be exploring that, and luckily I'm not doing it alone. I've got the infamous Darth Sean with me. Good evening, good sir. How are you?
Good evening. I'm good. How you doing?
Great. Star Wars Episode 4 last night. And?
Just kill me. Just shoot me.
It just gets worse with every episode. I don't know.
I think they're just gradually lowering the quality so that by episode 6, you're just so happy that it ended.
Do you think maybe this is actually strategic? So they're just going to make really crap stuff so that when they release new things, you're going like, wow, that's amazing.
Probably, yeah.
Because actually, that's what's happening.
I got fooled with, what was it, Force Awakens? You're like, the first one came out, you were like, oh my God, that's really good.
Yeah, and then it was really
when you
bad.
go watch it again, it's terrible.
Terrible. And so that's what they did. The Force Awakens, crap. Last Jedi, worse. Rise of Skywalker, worse. And then they give you this crap and you're going, wow. Most people are going, wait, hold on, this is shit.
They did that thing where they brought in the Mandalorian, which was good. So it got you like, okay, I'll give it a shot again. And then Boba Fett, that was just
Jeez.
And then
what are you
we've
thinking?
got this.
I'm not who I used to be.
Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately, we're not going to be going into Obi-Wan. We're not going to be reviewing the episodes. That's a later date, right, Darth Sean? We're in the process of that.
Just words of warning, there will be spoilers for those episodes.
All the spoilers.
Yeah.
And lots of hate.
Yeah, lots.
We're going to be turning to the dark side for this one.
Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Let the hate flow through you.
This, however, is more about the controversy that's currently surrounding Lucasfilm, Disney, and Obi-Wan. So, obviously, the show was announced years ago, and at the time, I was going, please no.
Yeah.
Then, obviously, time went by, and eventually you forgot about it. You're going, hopefully, they've learned from their mistakes, as usually what people do. You fuck up, and then you come back and you do better.
That's not going to happen.
Right? Because, it's money. If you did a good job, it's all the money. Everybody's going to love it. And then something weird happened just before the show was announced. Kind of like there was an article, kind of feels more like a press release from their PR team. And the reason I say that is because if you just take a rational look at it and go, everybody on the team loves it. It's the best thing because, no one says no anymore. Everybody's yes men. Everybody's positivity. That's the whole thing. It's like positive, no negativity. And the downside to that is like no one goes, wait guys, I think this isn't the best direction or anything like that because people don't do that anymore because they don't want to be fired. Obviously, I think it got watched by maybe the executives, the people who, the investors, the high ups, and they went, guys, this is a pile of dog shit. We need to spin this. And what do? Let's call the PR department. And the PR department went, what should we do? What can we do, guys? And they sat there. They were probably brainstorming. And you know what they came up with? They came up with this. Oh, of course. Of course. Let's just put it out there that, Moses Ingram could potentially get some harassment from fans because obviously the fandom that everybody loves Star Wars, they're super racist. Like remember with what's her name, Kelly Marie Tran from Last Jedi.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody was very critical of that. People were like, listen, this is shit, and they just started slating the Last Jedi and especially her character. And she took it as, oh no, people are being racist because she was Asian. So
it was kind of like the same point where the Asian hate in America was,
exactly. That was
Asian people just walking down the street getting smacked.
Yeah.
Who
was smacking them though? Don't go look into what was actually happening there. Who are the people that were being super racist to them? It wasn't Trump supporters. But anyway, off topic. So obviously Lucasfilm comes out. They warn her. This is on the 24th. And then, lo and behold, guess what happens? A day or two after the first episode comes out, Moses Ingram gets really mean direct messages.
You didn't see that coming?
Some fan sent her a message. A couple of fans sent her messages directly, like not like posting it on like a Instagram post so that everyone can see it.
No comment, no, like direct messages going saying, you know, she's a diversity hire. Someone says the N-word. Person that said, you know, you're not the first N-word in Star Wars was because she kind of made a statement going that, you know, like, why have there never been any like people of color in Star Wars, which obviously points out the thing that she's never watched. I mean, Samuel L. Jackson.
This party's over.
Lando, James Earl Jones, you know, like those people aren't people of color. They're just, you know, they're
obviously not.
No, obviously not. Not in Moses' opinion. And obviously Star Wars now warns her of this, and then this comes out.
This happened like what? End of episode 1, beginning episode 2, around that
somewhere in between. Exactly. That's exactly when it happened. So people were going like really like saying mean things to her. And it kind of was because, you know, the character of Reva, the Inquisitor she plays, is the worst written character in the world. Now,
terrible.
Now, I just want to make sure that we mention this. Sending actors direct messages telling them they're stupid, or that's just really childish. It's usually children who do that. Yeah. And they want a reaction, and Moses Ingram gave them the reaction, like she posted it. Don't do that. This person is being paid.
So they obviously insulted her acting and the fact that she's a black woman, and
also the statement that she made. These are people who are upset. They watch the show and it's horrible, and they don't have a direct angle to push criticism. They push it towards her.
I can think of a few people you can direct it to.
I know, like Kathleen Kennedy,
the writers,
the director,
the fucking pretty
producer.
much the entire team that created it all made the call on certain aspects.
Yeah, exactly. That's who you could direct it to. But again, these people they weren't upset that the comments made to her wasn't made because she was a person of color or that she was black.
Yeah.
They used racial slurs, but the context was, you know, you're a diversity hire. The context was, you know, commenting on the fact that she doesn't know that she's not the first black person to be in Star Wars, you know, using a racist slur. Still, it's wrong. Don't do that. Don't ever send. These people are being paid by Disney. They're being paid by the director. The director's the one standing there going, do this, do that. I mean, right?
I mean, if you're directing me to do something, if you're happy with it, I'm going to go, okay, cool, let's move on to the next scene.
Cool, I'm getting paid.
It's your call.
I do exactly what you tell me. There we go. So don't direct your anger at them. Direct your anger at the people who actually did it.
I think you're going to find each and every show and all the new characters we're introducing are just fantastic.
That was terrible. But now also my question is, going back to this whole, they're pre-warning it, why I say it feels like a press release from Lucasfilm is because, but first off, they warned Moses Ingram. Yeah. And I had a first question is going, why just her?
Yeah.
Like they didn't warn any of these guys, did they? They didn't warn
Ice Cube's son.
They didn't
Asian dude.
They didn't warn any of these other people of color. It was only Moses Ingram, which is going. It seems like bullshit. I don't know, but I mean, she's got the receipts. But cool. Let's take her word for it. Okay. You know, she said she got hundreds of these. Anyway, the question just is, you know, it's Disney. And Disney comes out with, you know, these hectic statements of like, you know, we resist racism. You know, Obi-Wan comes out telling us, listen, nobody should be racist. Nobody should send, you know, mean tweets or mean messages to her. I agree, but they're also saying don't send anything. So don't comment on it. I mean, like, come on, Disney shouldn't have anything to say about.
I can't say that I dislike the show.
See, that's the thing. It's the sort of, they're conflating the whole people who are obviously being just critical of the show with people who are being racist now. And the fact that Disney doesn't warn any of these other people.
I'm sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
The fifth brother, what's the guy's name?
I mean, dude, they put a wok on his head, dude. That's
exactly like, remember when Disney did the whole, you know, shrunk Finn in the poster for The Force Awakens for the Chinese market.
That's right, yeah.
Disney, where's your principles?
That's right, for the China release, yeah.
Exactly. What happened to Gina Carano, Disney? What happened when, people were telling her to kill herself, to strangle her, just like comments of the You didn't come out on,
it's because she's a white woman, dude, that's why.
Yeah, but they didn't come out on social media going, we should stop being mean towards her. You couldn't give a fuck about Gina Carano. You have no principle. You've got no leg to stand on. Shut the fuck up, Disney and Lucasfilm.
You stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Anyway, so some of the comments were kind of cuck. Again, like, if you kind of look at them, it's not the context isn't racism. It's like they're angry at the show. I would say, they're directing their anger at the wrong person.
Yeah, that's correct. Maybe misdirecting their anger towards the actor.
Exactly.
It should have been to the writers and the director. When you come with a position of, this person's like probably a diversity hire, then you look at stuff like this. I mean, this is in 2016, where Kathleen Kennedy's all about that, equal representation, diversity, it's all this stuff. And so, like, when people make that assessment, when you have a bad show with bad acting, people going, well, this person's only hired because, to fill a quota, to be, diverse enough, then it's not that much of a stretch. I don't think so. They probably have that assumption. And this isn't a bad assumption to make. I mean, Force was female. Remember that shit. Remember, Force is female. Like, I mean, and then Rey, the powerful Rey.
Exactly. And remember, like, this whole vibe of like, she's only hiring female writers. If you look at the quality of content, like, that probably didn't work out that well, did it, Kathleen Kennedy? Probably should have hired the people that were the best writers, and not just because they were woman. Idiot. But it gets us back to this thing of like the actual fandom. We're going like, well, this is a bait and switch. They're going to conflate actual criticism with racism. And lo and behold, that's what happened. Obi-Wan is being review bombed as Disney calls out racists. No, that's not what's happening. This is now you're going like, oh well, it looks like
seen the show. It's terrible.
No, but see, that's what they want to do. They want to conflate saying racist things to an actor. You absolute moron. Never do that. Stop it. If you want to comment on Disney, talk to the people who directed it. What's it, Deborah Chow? Good Lord, I hope you never direct anything again. Kathleen Kennedy, you should be fired. I don't understand how you still have the job. No one knows. She probably has like photos of the top brass at Lucasfilm and Disney on Jeffrey Epstein's airplane. That's why. That's why she's still there.
Obviously, Disney doesn't like money because I would have fired her ages ago.
But why? I don't understand. Why do you hate money, Disney?
Yeah.
If you made a nice, good show with good writers, this wouldn't be the case. But the thing is, if you now try and understand why they're in this predicament, basically they hired themselves into this issue. Because if you do this, if it's not about actual people who can do the job, the ideology is the main concern for you. It's going like, well, we want females, we want female writers, and it's going like, are you picking the best?
I don't mind the fact that they want to get female writers. I'm all fine with that. But for me, it comes down to the skill.
The skill doesn't come.
If you hire a plumber, are you going to hire a female plumber, or are you going to hire someone based on the fact of the quality of work that they do?
But
that's what it comes down to.
Well, I could be wrong. But I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
What, this is now 8 years later, we can now realize that maybe this wasn't the best call. Because you're producing absolute shit and you're losing money, and like you were pushing this. Maybe you shouldn't have done that. Like what the fuck were you thinking? You're just hiring people because they're, female. I mean, like, don't hire the best people. Yes, those people could still be the best people, but this isn't a good look. If you look at what Disney's been doing, it's like all about diversity. It's all about, equal representation, but you don't give a fuck about the story. And we can see that. We can see that with The Force Awakens, Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker, Boba Fett, and now Kenobi. It's just like, it's absolutely terrible. And I mean, like, I must say, I think the person that pointed out the best was Robot Head. Basically, there's two camps. And the one is people who give a shit about the story, who give a shit about the universe, the hero's journey, what George Lucas put on the table. And then there's people who's just loyal to the brand. You know, people who don't give a fuck. It's just Star Wars. Anything that you throw at them.
It's a hype. It's a current trend.
Exactly.
That's why they're into it. Yeah.
And that's why they write like this. They're writing stories that have emotional payoff. And, you know, it's like, oh, Darth Vader's on screen. You know, ooh, you know, look here, Leia does this weird thing where she uses the Force now. It's like, and at the same time, they absolutely just have no respect. They're just breaking canon, and that's why people are upset.
Yeah.
And all this was a bait and switch to conflate. I would probably even go as far as, you know, hypothesizing that maybe the people who sent the racist comments to her, it's just maybe it could even be a PR stunt at this thing, because the show is literally getting worse by the episode.
Any person can see, if you watch it, you sit there and you question what the 100%. Fuck is going on.
Because they're breaking canon all the way, and this just comes down to bad writing and bad people at the top. And now what we currently have, the politics that's happening right now, is you've got fans who are writing negative reviews, and Disney's PR team is going, well, no, it's not, the show's not bad, it's like it's the racist fandom. And it's like, you disgusting bastards. No one supports racism. What we're against is the fact that you're bait and switching with this one. You release something crap, someone makes a racist comment, now you're going, ooh, look, quickly, we can just conflate the two. No, the people who are criticizing Star Wars, Obi-Wan, the sequel trilogy, Obi-Wan and Boba Fett, they're not racist. There is maybe 3 or 4 people, maybe 100. Let's trust Moses Ingram's word. She got 100 really racist comments. Fuck all of those guys. What we're against is you, Disney, being a shit company and like just going like fuck the fans, and not actually putting the effort and giving a fuck about something that's precious to a lot of people. I mean, I love Star Wars. Obi-Wan is my favorite character. You've literally you've turned him into Jake Kenobi, like you did with Jake Skywalker. It's this old man, and it's just like, you guys don't know what you're doing. You have no idea how to write. Just, you know, get proper people in there. Disney Plus, I would say cancel your subscription.
Yeah.
Why? You know, why give these people their money when they obviously don't give a shit about you? It's terrible.
The thing that we really aspire to constantly is quality.
But it's good seeing you, Darth Sean.
You too.
Finally did your reveal. You know, came out of I took your mask off.
Actually, we did it on Joe's show. So
yeah, I know. You know, did it on Joe's show. Shot. Old Joe stealing our thunder again. You know what? I mean, you should probably unsubscribe. No, I'm kidding. What am I kidding? Joe's a good lad. I love Joe. Such a great dude. But always steals the thunder, eh?
Yeah, he does,
Bastard. He's not as bad as Kathleen Kennedy, though. She's an absolute... Anyway, thank you. Thanks for joining me, Darth Sean.
My pleasure.
We're going to do this soon. Obviously, guys should please hit the like, subscribe, ring the bell, because we'll be doing a full review of Obi-Wan Kenobi, the series. You know, we'll break it up in sections each episode. If you haven't watched it, and if you haven't watched it because you don't have Disney Plus, you don't want to support groomers, just take to the high seas. You know, like Captain Jack Sparrow.
Much more better. It is a drawing of a key.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Darth Sean. I will chat to you soon.
Sweet.
See you later. And everybody else, thanks so much for joining. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Please drop a comment. That's always worth 1,000. I'd love to know your thoughts. Have you watched it? What's your thoughts of Obi-Wan? It'd be good to know, lads and ladies. And thanks for watching. We'll see you guys soon. Cheers.